My name is Marlene Philomek. I'm from Canteen Creek. I do batiks. I did my scarf today, about bush medicines. And the other one is bush flowers. Yeah, I'm enjoying batik.
My name is Chris. I'm an artist who's been living in Alice Springs for a few years. I'm mainly a visual artist, and batik is a textile art. I think they call it wax resist dyeing. I was brought on to facilitate the workshops because although I know there's been a history of batik in Central Australia, nobody knew exactly where or who were the people that already knew how to do it. We went to Canteen Creek, Epenarra and Elliott. Epenarra and Canteen Creek are a few hours from Tennant Creek, south-east. So they're more remote they're off the highway, a few hours off the highway, and they're more remote in comparison with Elliott, which is on the highway. So the process of making batik, you can draw with lead pencil on the fabric first because the lead pencil should just wash away when you're washing the material. So you draw your design on the fabric and then you apply the wax on using a brush or whatever tool. But yeah, so some people did have a go with that chunting tool, but it was very messy, and when you only have a day learning how to use these new tools and stuff. So where you apply the wax will be where the dye does not dye the fabric. So once you've finished applying lines of wax on the fabric, you dip it into dye. There's lots of different dyes that you can use with fabrics depending on what kind of fabric it is, but the kinds of dyes we used they're called naphthols and diazos. So it's like a two-part dye, and you dip the fabric first into the naphthol and then you dip it second time into a diazo, and you can put a naphthol with any diazo to create a different colour. So there's lots of different colour combinations that you can get from only having a few naphthols and only having a few diazos. Whoa, look at that. So after the dyeing's done and the wax is still on, what we did with these workshops was some of the ladies added more lines, and then after they'd added more lines of wax, then we dipped it again through the dye to make a darker colour, and so the lighter colour would show up under those lines that they'd just added. And then once we dipped the second time, then maybe we might boil it in the boiler and the wax would come off to reveal the white lines and then the lighter colour.
Hello, my name's Gail. I'm from Elliott. For the last 2 days we was doing batik, and I'm enjoying doing that, even though it was my first time. I did it before when I was in high school. I made this. This is one of my scarves. It's about the sun, and I love the colors. And it's in a language, it's called Wangu. I would love to do some more, but I really enjoyed it. I love doing anything about the country, life environment, or any patterns or anything that I'll do with Batik.
Yeah, there were some ladies that had done it before and there were some that hadn't, or some that had done it before but a very long time ago, and they were happy to revisit it. It was very cruisy and relaxed. Yeah, so I guess it was nice being in that kind of creative environment.